The Joe Rogan Experience.
That's what was so weird about working at Playboy was I got there right when they went non-nude. And I was like,
that's hilarious.
Sorry, everyone.
How long did that last?
Like 1 minute. It was like somebody on Twitter, I think, said it was like McDonald's being like, we're not serving fries anymore. Sorry, guys.
It was like new Coke. Like, what?
Yeah.
Why would you fuck with Coke?
So that was a weird time. And then it was a lot of transition, but just writing for men, waking up to the fact that there was this culture war, and then writing for men at a time when it was like anti-men.
Right.
I didn't realize that had happened either. I was like still singing, "This is a man's world," like in my mind, and then suddenly I was like, "Oh, there's a sex war going on too."
Well, I got the idea behind Me Too. Like, I was also sexually abused. Me Too. I didn't get the time's up. Like, the thing of time's up. Time's up for what? Like, what is the time up for?
Why do we have to use
time's
Me
up?
Too? It's such a common phrase. Like, it's so weird when a guy is like, I can't wait to see you. And I'm always like, hashtag Me Too.
I do that all the time. And people go, LOL.
Because now it's become a joke.
Yeah.
And
there's been enough Asia Argentos, enough hypocrites, enough of the crazy ones.
But it is important, because, I mean, circling back to what happened to me last week and in my young, childhood, it's important that I see that woman that the 19-year-old as my hero, but also the culture is more supportive of her going and saying something, and it was not 20 years ago.
At all.
So that is progress.
Yeah, there's definitely progress.
Yeah.
But progress is not clean.
No.
Progress comes in these waves,
so messy.
knocks rocks over and knocks over pylons, and then everybody rebuilds, and then we figure out where the fuck the ocean line is now. The shoreline moves, everything moves.
But that's been the weird thing is that I was joking the other day that I'm like, sometimes something will happen with Trump and I'll be like, all right, that's it. Sign me up for the resistance. I'm going to be marching in the streets. It's in the streets in the minute. They're like, yeah, and what's your gender? I'd be like, I'm out of here.
What are your pronouns?
I'm out. Forget it.
My name is Bridget, you fucking piece of shit.
I'm not joining you either.
They, them. I'm a they, them.
I'm just out. I'm out.
They, them. I have a friend whose daughter's a they. She calls herself they. I'm like, okay.
Well, I would be, that's the other thing too, is that you latch onto these things when you're a kid.
Of course. You're
totally going to be ripe for having that happen to you.
Oh, for sure.
You're going to have like two they-thems.
Babies. They call them babies.
Babies.
People are raising their kids as babies. I just say, let them decide what they are.
No.
I don't push them in any one way or far.
These kids are going to be so fucked up.
It's like a fucking Disney ride.
That was the weird thing when I was working on this is also another weird moment I'm having right now because I listened to so much of your podcast when I was trimming weed, and anyone who's trimmed weed knows you do it for like 13 hours at a clip and go crazy. And somewhere in an alternate timeline, I'm trimming weed listening to me.
That's hilarious.
This was all that whole culture, and it's so funny because the way those kids revolt, like the way they rebel, all the like hippie kids who grew up with like their parents on acid, losing them at festivals and shit, and the Burning Man kids. Like one of my friends, she joined the army. I'm like, yeah, this is what happens. That's how they rebel. The kids that grew up with all this crazy shit. They're like, I'm joining the DE fucking A, Mom. That's what I'm doing.
That is what happens.
I'm
People
gonna
get
go
like
get a
super
suit.
religious.
Yeah.
If your parents are drug addicts, you become sober and a marathon runner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
It's just so your kids are gonna be like, it's they, Dad.